Yo, what's good, people? So we're back for war number 5 of this season. We're up against an alliance called Essex Corp, and yeah, we're going to be starting on path 5A again. In fact, doing the same 5A 4B combination this war, but all the fights will be the same. So this first one is exactly the same fight I took in war number 4, and it's not going to go so well, as I alluded to when recording the last war video. As I said, I did that one a little bit late. But the tactic is the same here as I mentioned in that last one. You kind of want to get your knockdowns, try and stick to medium combos in order to just manage his rock stacks. If you can land your heavies to punish his special one or his own heavy, for example, it's good. But you're going to see, I think, at some points I get the spacing a little bit wrong on that. And then that was just a bit of a hesitation after the parry, missed my opening. This particular fight is very sloppy in the end. I think the reason being just simply, I took this fight at about 1 AM in the morning, so yeah, Saturday for me was a long day. Come back and I thought, you know what, this fight and my next fight, which was Mr. Fantastic, I was like, I've done this particular thing fight quite a few times now. Mr. Fantastic there felt like a nothing fight, so the two of them I was like, I can easily take before sleeping. And well, the tiredness, it's going to take its toll in this particular fight. The main thing with this fight really is, like I said, I think I mentioned it in the last war video, there's not a huge threat other than perhaps if you get knocked into your real Nick phase, where the danger there is you're going to be doing too much damage and his protection is going to be triggering like crazy, and as a result, the fight maybe times out or goes on too long. But for the most part here, we're doing fine. He's down below 50%. We're only just over a minute and 40 into the fight now, so we're doing good. Taking a bit of a beating, all's going fine. Like I say here now, just as well, you've got to be careful with debuff immunity. When you knock him down, you don't want to get cornered, but all is fine. Just taking these openings now. We've got a special 3 ready, we want to knock him down before we throw that. Just really late with the heavy there again. I don't know, just this slight hesitation after parrying. Attention span not quite there for this fight. And then there's that, just completely away from attack, get comboed. And now we're actually getting quite low on health, and I'm like, well, we're going to have to start playing a little bit better because we don't want to go into real Nick here, even though he's quite low down. But we get the special 3 off here. He's now getting very low, creeping into the final 15% now. This one looks completely in the bag, despite a really, really sloppy performance. And again, just keeping up those mediums, keeping the rock stacks down, all is good. Keeping it, getting the parry in. Now he's immune to debuffs, we just got to bait an opening, and then there's that. Yeah, there we go. I wasn't quite sure when it was coming. I was like, this fight's getting very close to being finished, but no, just completely get whacked in the face. In real Nick, I'm like, well, this one surely can't go south. But I'm watching his percentages, drop here, and I'm like, right, just don't knock him down now. We let him keep that protection up, and we finish the fight. We get the solo. That's the most important thing, right? So if you think that's sloppy, well, we've got another one here for you. Like I say, being taken about 1 AM, I'm in bed, literally lay back, ready to sleep. I'm just like, let me just take these fights and sleep. Nothing fights, like I said, because I was so used to the first one and the second one. Real easy fight with Shang Chi or Nick. In hindsight, I kind of wish I went with Nick, because then all the knockdowns I could have gotten rid of debuffs. But the only thing here that I'm going to forget is well, when you throw a special attack, he places the special weaknesses on you, right? So, ideally, you want to alternate your special attacks. Me, however, being quite tired, I throw a few special 2s in a row, and long story short, I'm going to end up with the passive attack reduction on me. So there's the first special 2. He gets knocked down by it. Now I've got 2 of those debuffs on me already, which means 1 more special 2. And I'm going to have the passive. And he's so low on health here as well. I'm like, surely I could have just gone into the finish without throwing the special 2. But here, he evades, and I think that just stops me getting the combo to go for the finish. I've now taken a few hits, and that's pushed me to a special 2. and just almost by instinct now I just throw it to finish the fight. Could have just finished the combo and it would have been enough, but throw it to finish the fight. I'm like, yeah, nice, casual, nice easy fight. And then saw that crossfight thing, and then suddenly it dawned on me and I realised, and left a nice little message for my BG before going to bed. Let them know of my little error. So now waking up and coming to these fights the next day, this is Sunday for me now, I'm aware that I've also got Shang Chi for my third fight here, which is a Claire, and also my fifth fight later, which is going to be a Knull. I've now got 75% reduced attack on my special too, and with Shang Chi this Claire fight's usually a nuke fight. Almost a blessing in disguise. This defender's been placed with Suicide's one, so that's certainly helped me get this fight down quicker. The main threat here really is, like, you know, you can manage the cleanses pretty fine, you know, as long as you're managing them you're going to be fine. But because of the amount of buffs you get, the crit buffs that Shang-Chi gets, yeah, like her MD can get difficult to control, like, as the fight goes on. But yeah, I mean, still decent damage there for a 75% reduction. But yeah, just like you say, managing the fight now. I've got debuffs on me, but it's alright, just back up a bit. Both the stun into her block, shrug the debuffs off, and the fight's finished. Nice easy solo in the end, and thankfully special 2 attack reduction didn't affect me. So, fourth fight now, I've got a Warlock also on 4B. This one again, one I've taken many times before. In this fight I go for the kind of slow, careful play, just reparry a lot, so when he's doing his hits into my block, he's gonna be getting power drained, because I think whenever you do an energy attack into Warlock's block, you get that, so you see that power drain on him, and that's just going to help manage his plasmas basically. Now there's also there's crumbling armor on this node as well, so in certain bits if Havok does go a bit passive I can lose my armor, and that's another big reason for not wanting the plasmas to build. But of course also the steady build up unblockable, if he gets a few of those he can get unblockable. Corner you, as if people have been watching my channel for a while, you may have seen happen once or twice in a Havok fight in the past, but this one goes nice and smooth. We don't throw the special 2. You can do it and get away with it in this fight, but because it crits a lot it will rack up his plasma, and there's just that chance that he gets, you know, he gets over 3 on you and goes unblockable, and then gets more difficult to manage. So we go for the special 3 for safety. That's also going to put a nice big power drain on him and just help make this fight even easier to manage. But like I say, I've taken this one quite a few times before. There's not much else to add, so I'll leave it there for this one, and yeah, we'll get the solo and be back in the next fight. Alright, so my fifth and penultimate fight this war is a Knull on node 39 miniboss here. So he's got Mighty Charge, he's got Crumbling Armor, and Ebb and Flow Intercept. Now, I don't see him as much of a threat here. In fact, I haven't really seen him placed on this node, so he's usually on 4B, where he can obviously go unblockable and become quite a threat like that. But here, the aim for me is just kind of build up my Wushus, be okay, you know, make sure I'm comfortable getting the special 2 dexes in, try not to try and punish this heavy too early like that, and obviously eat it. But, you know, just, yeah, build up those chi charges by performing my different Wushu strikes, and then get the intercept before the special 2. Now, think in a moment here we get it, and there we go, we let off a special 2. As you can see, significantly gained damage because I still have that passive special 2, 75% damage reduction. And that probably slows this fight down a bit from what it, how fast it could have been. But yeah, here, pretty comfortable. Just blocked the special 2 because I was I was a little late in getting back there, and I just felt I was probably going to get clipped by it. Here, unfortunately, he does throw his special 1, which is something I like to avoid just because of the corruption, but we're okay. We're seeing the timer running out. We just throw our special 2 off here, and it just about manages to keep in time with the corruption timer. And therefore, yeah, we don't get stunned at the end of it, and just finish the fight with the intercept fury. We've got more than enough damage that, again, the special 2 reduction in damage didn't affect me too much there, which is great. So now going into this final fight, we've got Overseer on miniboss island here. This first one on the left. The main thing here is just Nick Fury absolutely crushes it. There's a node here where he can put a falter on you, so ideally Nick Fury obviously counters that once you've got 5 or more tactical charges. Overseer himself, every time he throws a special, goes stun immune and gains auto block ability for a short period, so that's why I'm going with an advanced power boost here as well. I'm going to try and throw 2 special 1s, get unblockable, and then there's like nothing to worry about in the fight, right? So Nick Fury crushes this, absolutely light work. Unless you did that, yeah, almost by kind of instinct from just being used to in quests having very long stuns where you parry, and then with Nick I like to go for medium and heavy and get the internal bleed up quite quickly like that. Yeah, you don't need to do that in war. You don't need the internal bleed, and you don't usually have time to do that in war because pretty much everyone runs max limber on their defenders, and so going medium into heavy just doesn't work usually. So here, go back in. I'm like, right, silly death given away, but you can see here, just go 2 heavies and then 2 mediums there, and we've got the internal bleed up anyway. But again, not really needed in a war fight like this, especially Nick in his real phase is just gonna absolutely melt this fight. And as you can see, now I've got the unblockable that I want. He's already below 50% health. He's going to throw his first special here, which means he's stun immune now and got the auto block charge up, but doesn't matter because I'm unblockable, and absolutely nuking through the fight. And just like that, he's down in about, what, 30 seconds, 39 seconds or something like that. Yeah, real quick fight, good war on the whole. We got the win as well, nice and comfortable. So yeah, back on track in terms of results. And yeah, that's it for this war video. So I'll see you in the next one.